price on the 10-count, 8-ounce pub-style battered cod from Anderson Seafoods goes up at the end of our show at 5 p.m. The one-time only price on this, no longer valid. These are 8 ounces. So basically, it's 2 servings per fillet, which, you know, for me, a 4-ounce serving of protein is probably about all I'll eat during the course of a meal. So that means for under $7 a meal, you're getting 10 of these fillets, and they're already prepped for you. You can cook them from frozen. They come to us from Anderson Seafoods, and it's important to know your source. This has been a company that has been supplying restaurants and picky chefs like Chef Rick Roman for over 45 years. Rick, it's always a pleasure.
So good
I feel like I haven't seen you forever.
I know, and it's so good. You know, this has been such a customer favorite because first of all, it's wild caught cod. And you said Anderson Seafood, 50 years providing those picky chefs like myself the highest quality seafood coming from those cold Alaskan waters, wild caught, clean filleted, deboned, and then in this pub style batter, which is that crispy, savory, crunchy exterior, and then that mild sweet cod on the inside. If you've ever had the best fish and chips at maybe one of those great pubs that does it right, well, this is that same style, that pub batter. It's got a little bit of beer in it. It gives it that nice texture and flavor, and then that cod. Look at the color, that bright white wild cod. And cod is such a great fish because it's not fishy, but it's got a nice meaty texture. Tell me what you think of that.
What he said.
Yeah. And I love that.
It's meaty. It's got the light breading. The breading is not too heavy. Keep that in mind too. There's a nice crunch to it, to the outside.
And you said it 8 ounces, right? So let's just show you a little example. These are 8 ounces. I want to show you. I'm going to cut this. I already cut a piece off of this, but I'm going to take not even about a half of this piece of cod that comes here, and I'm going to take part of my hands. Look at this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's only 1/2.
That's half of that cod. I just made 3
tacos.
Fish tacos, and you want to talk about that classic crispy battered fish. And cod is the perfect fish for fish tacos. And I think the reason people love this is there's none of that mess. You don't have to prep in the kitchen. You literally go from freezer to air fryer or oven.
Well, and you know, Rick knows the story. Years ago, I gave it a shot. I said, let me try this pub batter thing and see if I can do it at home. Not so much.
No.
There's actually a science to this.
Oh, yeah.
And to get it to be crispy and not too heavy of a batter. When you cut that and show us the batter, you can barely see the line of where the fish from the breading is connected.
Yeah.
And that's because it's not a heavy wrap of, you know, really heavy breading. It's mostly the cod that you're tasting.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because the ratio of the batter to the fish is so critical. Because the fish is the start, right? Wild caught cod, you want to taste that fish. And then you get that pub style batter. And none of that mess in the kitchen. I mean, think about what it takes to fry and batter and do all that. You don't have to do anything. You go from freezer to oven. And in the air fryer, about 12 to 14 minutes. Golden brown
Just
and crispy.
think about the transition from the fish to the actual filleting of the fish, the taking of the skin, removing all of that, doing the, you know, dip in the dredge and all that. That's already been done for you. And I can cook this from frozen, right?
From frozen. So if you do it in a traditional oven, we want you to do it in a nice hot 400-degree oven. You can do it for about 20 to 24 minutes in a traditional oven, put the broil on. But this is what we're talking about. Wild caught from Alaska. So gorgeous, white-fleshed, mild and sweet but meaty cod, and then that classic pub batter. We do that for you. It's par fried, so it comes to you par fried and frozen, and all you have to do is stick that into the oven or the air fryer. And I'm going to tell you, you can use this. I made fish tacos. You can make sandwiches.
I would do the sandwiches, especially with the tailgate and the game day.
Let's do a sandwich.
So listen, we have fewer than 650 of these available. There is auto delivery though, so if you want to, you can lock into auto delivery and get a shipment on this every 60 days for 1 full year. The price on this goes up at the end of our show. So that's in just a little under 2 hours. At 5 p.m., the price is gone.
Look at this. Now, I'm going to take a knife.
That's a huge sandwich.
Let's cut that in half because that's dinner for 2 here. Let's just see what this looks like. We're going to cut this in half.
That's a big bite.
This is the ultimate fish sandwich. I'll try not to break the sandwich. But look at
beautiful.
Look at that crisp cod. That wild cod and then that crisp exterior and then that crusty roll and a little bit of tartar sauce. I mean, just a delicious bite. You can use it in so many ways. You know what you can do too is you could cut these into little strips and turn it into an appetizer.
I was thinking the same
Maybe
thing.
for you're watching some football and doing something like that, and the little fish sticks that you can dip in some different sauces.
And you know, the hardest thing I think too, as a mom, trying to get the kids to eat fish when they were younger.
Yeah.
This is the way to do it. I mean, for our family, it was Friday night, fish night, every night when I was a kid growing up. Here it is, grown up now, not wanting to take the time to do the things that my mother used to do. This is quick and easy. I can throw this in the air fryer in just a few minutes, have a delicious, crispy cod. And not for anything, Rick, you know, cod is usually the special at the restaurant.
That's
so
right.
when you go to the restaurant and try to get a filet or cod, you're not paying, $7 for it. It's, an 8-ounce cod, even at retail or on a restaurant menu, is probably $20.
Oh, easily.
This for 8 ounces is only $13 and change, and all you have to do is basically heat it up.
That's right. So you're going to take this from the freezer, cut this open. They're individually packed, so you can take 1, 2, or 4, as many as you want. Put it in the oven. Now here I did it on a sheet pan. If you do it in the oven, okay, I said 400 degrees. In the last minute or two, I want you to put the broiler on so that crisps up the top. So you see that's that nice golden brown. And then I just want to cut into this because, once again, I want to show that beautiful, gorgeous texture of the cod and how bright white it is because it is wild caught. And as you said before, not too much
to know the source.
of that coating, just enough to contrast with the beautiful. And notice how it's not dried out. You can see the fish is not dry. It's nice and moist, so that the batter acts as like a little insulation there.
I also love that the breading doesn't have a whole lot of additional flavor.
No.
So you can add whatever flavors you want. If it's just some delicious lemon, of course, everybody knows lemon on fish is phenomenal.
A little tartar
But if you
sauce.
wanted to do tartar sauce or a remoulade or any of those, really great sauces to go with any fish, that's going to be fabulous. Now we have fewer than 500 of these to go around. Price goes up at the end of the show. So once again, at 5 p.m., this is not going to be offered at a lower price for several months. So it probably will be before, not before the Christmas holiday that you'll get to see it again at this price. So talk about 7 fishes.
Oh my gosh.
Get this on auto delivery. This will be one of the most popular fishes, I'm sure, if your family does the 7 fishes.
This, and here's the thing, as we get into the busier time of year with the fall, we have people over, we're running around. I love the fact that I can pull this right out of the freezer. There's no thinking about it. It's like, what's for dinner? How about wild caught fish? First of all, getting wild caught is not always easy, whether it's your seafood store or your supermarket. What do you pay?
Do you notice too when you go and you see the signs that it doesn't always say wild caught?
No.
And if it doesn't, then it's not.
No, and if it's farm raised, listen, there's good farm raised products, but you have to worry about, well, how was it fed? Well, this fed in the wild in beautiful cold Alaskan waters, and you can see that golden brown exterior. They're showing that nice pub style batter, which again, to replicate in your kitchen is a mess and a lot of work. I love that Anderson Seafood's done this for you, and they've got a great quality
fish. And I love
fish.
it that it gives you the crunch of a fried fish, but it's not greasy.
That's right.
Could you show us the way that it comes?
Oh, absolutely. That's true.
Because these are individual frozen fillets. So this is what they look like when you get them.
And look at the size of
Size of them is
it's
huge.
bigger than
That's what I'm saying.
pretty
Like for me, that's 2 meals. That's not a single serving.
No, you cut this in half. This is 2 sandwiches, 2 servings, and it's
cut it in half. That's 4 ounces.
Yeah, and it's such a satisfying. And cod is not fishy, but it's a meaty texture.
Right.
So I always say it's got such a satisfying bite without having that high fish oil. That maybe some people that don't eat a lot of fish.
Yeah, like
I love salmon, but some people don't like that stronger flavor.
Because it does have a stronger flavor.
This is perfect.
Now we have fewer than 300 available at the one-time only price. Here's your offer. So just so you can see what this looks like laid out, this is what 10 of them look like. Of course, as Chef Rick showed us, in your freezer, you're going to tuck these little packs wherever you find space. So take them out of the box, tuck them in there, and then you're good. And then take them out as you want, like on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. Since it's Wednesday, it's hump day.
Oh, yeah.
Midweek, what are we eating for dinner? You go home, you grab one of these or 2 of these for me and James out of the freezer, put it in the air fryer, and how many minutes later? 20 minutes later?
20 minutes later.
Yeah. We're done.
And I love showing this because, first of all, once again, the perfect ratio of that crispy exterior. I can cut these up. Before I made fish tacos, I made a sandwich. But check this out. I cut these up into these little strips. I mentioned this before.
Right.
How about turn this into little appetizers? You can put these and arrange these nicely on a tray, just like that. and you have a really pretty fish stick appetizer.
Right.
Dip that in different sauces.
Or put it on the salad cut like that. Or
strips on the
use
salad.
it for your fish
tacos.
So
I mean, look at this.
Seeing this one more time, that is half of one fillet, right?
Half. So think about it. You have a fish taco dinner for two using one piece. This is half of one of the pieces made 3 beautiful fish tacos. So that's the other thing. The size of these, the taste, the fact that they're wild caught. For me, whenever you can get wild caught fish, I always recommend it. Because, you know, hey, it was where it was supposed to be in nature, feeding how it's supposed to be. This comes from Alaska. And again, Anderson Seafood, they built their reputation selling picky chefs like myself in fine restaurants, and now you have that same quality at your house.
And they took it one step further, because when it goes to the picky chef in the restaurant, you still have to do all the processing and all the work.
Oh, yeah.
When we order this from Anderson here at QVC, half of it has been done for you. The skin has been removed. The fillet has been filleted, so the bones are gone. It has been pre-breaded, and all you have to do then is pop it in the oven or the air fryer and enjoy the delicious flavor and serve it up however you want. I love a good fish and chips.
It's such a satisfying flavor, and I like what you said before. It's like a blank canvas, right? Whether you want malt vinegar, whether you want tartar sauce, whether you want a spicy Thai chili sauce, because the batter itself isn't overly spiced or seasoned, so it allows you to create the flavors you want. And the fact that you're getting 10 pieces that really, like you said, serve 2, this is close to 20 portions when you really think about it. So it's going to last you. It's great to have in the freezer. Nothing to think about.
Well, the good news is the one-time only price is still available. The bad news is it goes up in less than 2 hours. But you also can lock into this on auto delivery and get it shipped to you automatically every 60 days. So we invite you to always do that as well. 200 remaining at the one-time only price, and that's it. I'm using my fingers and I didn't
dip
even
in a
have
little
any.
tartar
I
sauce.
have a little tartar sauce.
It's such a good
I haven't had any
combination.
tartar sauce in this
Sorry,
today.
I started eating.
I know, that's all right, no problem. All right, I'm all in. And 96471 is the item number.
He's like, whatevs. I'm done presenting. Can I eat now?